Right, Nissan, Nico. This is the stock exhaust. I know everybody's seen it, nothing special about this. Holy cow. They did the same stuff they did on the Frontier, crushing those pipes at the collectors. But thankfully, that being off, we got the AWE touring catback system on there, and it is massive, of course. And part of the great thing about it is I chose this system because I didn't want something obnoxious, something that was just going to be ridiculous. And I know some people like that, that's fine. I want this to be still pretty tame, but heard, audible, and that's exactly what I got. It's exactly what I expected. So kudos to AWE for creating, I think, the perfect exhaust for this car. It's massive. I fired it up, and I swear I think it's quieter than the stock exhaust on startup. The AWE, even though it's flow through, takes about 1,000 miles to break in, it was much more tame at startup and idle, even cold, than the stock exhaust. And running, yes, it's much more present in cabin. Get on the throttle, absolutely more present, but not obnoxious, not something I think that driving on the road is going to be intrusive and a problem. To me, it just brings that very pleasant note inside, and I think that's only going to get even better once that break-in happens. So the only downside at this point is now I know how restrictive those downpipes are. Jeez. All right, so cold start. They did a fantastic job. So I'm not going to disassemble the adapter, but part of the issue I was talking about is the O-ring that goes onto this adapter. The instructions say to use the factory O-ring from the sensor, put it on the adapter, and so the O-ring, of course, is going to go, inside the tank here. The section of this adapter where that O-ring inserts is a lot larger than that O-ring, the area, so it slides back and forth, and the section the O-ring goes onto is smaller in diameter than the O-ring, and so it fits very loosely. Really, I just want to be clear. I'll say it in the video, but I'll say it also in the email again. I'm just emailing because I'm letting you guys know maybe it's a quality control issue, and busting your balls a little bit, guys, because this is a great exhaust system, and for you guys to send such a dinky little hose, my opinion, do better, guys. So this is a hose that I've replaced it with, and I know it's hard to see here, but It's basically, I don't know, it could be a transmission hose, I don't even remember right now, but it's one I pulled out of my box of Eternal hoses, and it fit really well on the sensor side. Of course, it was a little bit more snug on the adapter side. So I guess that was something else, guys, and maybe this is something that's more of a universal application. Y'all use this on different vehicles, but this adapter here is, the diameter for the hose side is quite larger than the sensor side. So that was another part, and I think that's actually what contributed to my check engine light with the leak. So then, you know, the instructions say to use the factory clamps, and again, with how large the hose is you all sent and how poorly it fits on the sensor side, the stock clamps just were not holding. It was so loose. Now this is overkill with the clamps I used, but you know, I wanted this to be kind of a permanent fix. I didn't want to crawl back under here and do this again, so I'm just kind of showing you what I did. So used a rubber hose, rubber line, and I just set it up like y'all had it, cut about the same length, and put those clamps on there. And actually, that would be my suggestion for this moving forward is, you know, don't use that dinky hose you all send. You know, use a proper rubber line. I think use these clamps, or you know, because I don't think the factory squeeze clamps are going to work. And then maybe take a look at your adapter here. You know, I think that it looks like it's sealed up and everything. So, but I don't know. I just think that part where the O-ring goes on, again, I don't know, that section to me is just, I don't know, it's a little wide in how wide it is where that O-ring goes, and a little bit small in diameter where that O-ring goes. So again, that O-ring just fits really loose in my opinion. So just input, guys. Do with it what you will.